Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's webinar. I'm so glad everyone could join us today. We are going to be talking about your website and basically any kind of Q's and A's that you guys might, kind of want to get from me today. So this is going to be a pretty open session. So I'm just going to kind of hang here for the duration of our webinar, probably about 20, 25 minutes. And then if you have any questions, just pop them in the chat, which you can find on the right-hand side of the screen, and then we will get those taken care of. So maybe you guys have a support issue that you need help with or something along those lines. Just let us know, and we can always, kind of just basically just help you live right here. So go ahead and introduce yourselves on that right-hand side page right there. Or I'm sorry, right-hand side of the page rather, and yeah, we'll get you fixed up with basically anything that you need help with. I know that it's been pretty busy week over here at EasyAgentPro, definitely for you guys as well. We've seen a lot of things on our calendars. Been talking to a lot of agents. Also have been seeing a lot of agents have events be canceled, open houses, things like that. We have a couple of great webinars coming up next week where we're basically going to be talking to a gentleman named Andrew, operates out of Kansas City. Kansas City. He owns a drone company, so he does drone footage for folks. We are going to be talking to him about the best ways to basically be filming and conducting virtual tours right now. We had spoken with Eric Ross. He was part of our roundtable discussion that we had last week, and he was saying how he had done a virtual final walkthrough for a listing. So rather than have the clientele there, he went by himself and he live streamed the whole thing over, I think he just used FaceTime from his iPhone, and he just did a walkthrough. So we're going to be chatting about, kind of just different novel ideas for how to kind of take care of things during that time. And that will be next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So of course, you guys will get an email about that and we'll get some answers. So, and then also next week, we are going to have fabulous webinars on Thursday and Friday as well. So yeah, so any questions you guys might have, just kind of drop them on me. I am open to getting them answered. Let me know, kind of specifically if there's anything that you need help with, maybe just some stuff that you have questions about, things along those lines. Just let me know exactly what we can do, and I hope that we can get you fixed up with some answers. Wonderful. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Lara. Very happy you guys could join us today. Kevin, you've been in a couple sessions so far. Very happy to see that. How has your site been going so far? What can we get done for you? I know that you are a recent sign-up. If you guys are recent clients of EasyAgentPro, and you haven't done this yet, definitely peek in to what we call the progress page. That is right here. So basically, this is basically going to kind of be like everything that you should be doing on your EasyAgentPro site. So if Kevin, goes for you as well. So you're going to see some things that we have suggested here, as well as some items that have already been kind of ticked off here. So I'll just kind of go through and explain what each one of these things is. So launching your domain, that's kind of a pretty straightforward kind of item. When you click set up your domain, you basically give us all the info that we need for it, and then we get it done for you, which is pretty cool. Beat Zillow, if you guys aren't familiar with Beat Zillow, that's a really fun Facebook group that we have going. It's basically a little bit of a mastermind of agents that are using EasyAgentPro. It's all of our clientele. We do have some other folks in there as well. There's always, some good posts and discussion going in the Beatzilla group at any point in time. So I would definitely recommend checking that out. Same thing as goes for our YouTube channel. So as you guys know, the webinars that we host live, and we've been doing them 3 times a week, are also recorded and uploaded to our YouTube channel as well. So if you guys missed us yesterday, we talked about how to run a Facebook retargeting ad. Actually, just a Facebook ad in general, and just some kind of best practices for running an ad right now. So I would definitely recommend heading to our YouTube channel. You can just search us, just look up like EasyAgentPro YouTube channel, something like that. And, that session will have been uploaded yesterday on April 2nd. And Kevin, oh, that's great, Kevin. I hope that we get your IDX approved and run off soon. We're not really seeing too much of a slowdown when it comes to IDX approvals right now. I know that a lot of MLS boards have probably, kind of vacated their offices and they have everybody working remotely, but we haven't really seen too much of an issue when it comes to the MLS boards in particular. This is a really fantastic tool. So add a single property. Single property pages are an important part of your marketing. Go add one to your site today. So if you click on that link, you get brought to what we call the single property page. And then let's just go ahead and view any of these. Let's see if anybody kind of made something cool. So what these are basically like, like what you're doing is you're taking an IDX listing and then making a landing page for it. So, you're going to see that you've got, photos that you can upload. Same thing with, a video tour for that particular listing, things along those lines. And then there's going to be some lead capture at the bottom like that. So it's just another version of a landing page that works really, really well in the EasyAgentPro backend. And then you're going to see these ones are already kind of ticked off on our little demo page here. So, completing your IDX registration. Obviously, that's a big important one to do, Kevin. That's what you were just talking about, getting that completed. You can always, so even if you already used this link here, you can always come back to it again. So if we click on that, you're going to be brought to our support calendar, which is powered by this particular tool called Meeting Bird. And you can always schedule out. So one thing to keep in mind is that, just to kind of save on scheduling resources, and so we know what, kind of there is to expect. You can't schedule for same day. If you're having an emergency, you can always call us. You can always hit us at 1-800-327-6623, and we'll, kind of get you hooked up. But this is how you can set yourself up with a time to chat with somebody about a support issue. This is definitely the best way, I would say, to get in touch with support. If you have, a issue of some kind and you really absolutely need to talk to somebody immediately, I would say definitely just get, call in 1-800-327-6623. But if you're just like, hey, I got a couple questions, I'm going to save up a couple more so I can kind of get them all banged out at once. Definitely schedule that welcome call, or just hit that link again, and then we can get you hooked up with some more resources. So looks like we got a couple questions. Laura asks, I need to change my what's my home value page to the one where they sign in with on Facebook. Not sure how to do that. I have the template in my squeeze page templates, but I don't know how to change it. So typically on the front end of the site, what you're going to see is like a link for your home valuation right here. And then this, so you probably want to change it from what we call your home report to, let's see here, if we go into our app section, and then we go to squeeze, you probably have one that you set up in the back end here. And tell me if I'm wrong here, Laura, but you probably had, oops. So you're probably using like a template like this, and you want to have that to get a home report. I'll just give her a moment to answer that. So basically, probably the easiest way to do that, Laura, would just be to write into support. Just go ahead and write support@easyagentpro.com. basically what you want to you know, kind of get communicated over to those folks is just that you want to replace your current link, which might say home value analysis or something like that, over to, you know, whatever you have the URL for this. So you might have this as a URL for like get my home value or something along those lines, because this URL that I click to from here is going to be in a bunch of different locations on the site. So, and it's something that you can definitely do yourself. So like if you go into the various apps and you can replace those links yourself. But if you write into support, we have a tool where we can just kind of go ahead and bang it out and just do it for you automatically. So what I would recommend doing then is just getting that, just writing into support saying, hey, I have this squeeze page I want to use for my home value page. Can you please just replace this or replace the old link with this new link site-wide? Kevin asks, do I need the CSV form from EAP to upload to my contacts? Where do I find that? So that is going to be within the lead section. And I'm going to pop back out here. So if we go to leads, you're going to go ahead just and down here and click import. And you're going to click here to download basically a sample of what you want the CSV template to look like. Let's see if I can open that. See what kind of, okay, it's going to open up in Excel for me. Let's see if it opens. But basically, you just want it to look like this. You want it to be name, email, phone, and then anything else that you might have for it. So give me 1 second to let this fire up. And then I'll go ahead and I'll share that with you guys. Right on, so let me just do my share for this Excel spreadsheet. So you should be able to see this now. Basically, what you want to have, Kevin, is just a CSV that looks like this. So it's going to be first name, last name, email, phone, address, you know, with city, state, and zip. If you have any other custom fields to add, just go ahead and hit up support. You know, I can see if we can get those kind of added for you. Maybe you have like a specific tag of some kind that you want to apply to the lead. But yeah, that's what your basically like the import is going to need to look like. So if you need any help with that at all, Kevin, we can help reconfigure that for you. So if you have the CSV already, but it won't import, just go ahead, just like with Laura, just go ahead and email it over to support@easyagentpro.com and we'll get that taken care of for you. And let me go back to Sharon. Leads table here. Right on. Great questions, though, guys. Thank you so much for those. Go ahead and close out my Excel spreadsheet. So what else we got? Anybody have any questions about you know, specific settings or things like that? Just let us know. And know that you guys are definitely, you know, probably navigating this time right now. It's a little bit tough. So, you know, any questions you might have about, you know, site operation or landing pages, or really just kind of the best things to be doing right now, you know, feel free to just kind of throw those out there. You know, we're here to help. We want to absolutely make sure that, you know, it's going to be, you know, kind of a good resource for you right now. So Suzanne Gilson asks, hi, I downloaded an ebook and I added my logo, etc. It's only 13 pages. When I try to download it to my squeeze page, it says the file is too large. Suzanne, that's a great point. So it's probably just a little bit too big. Again, probably, this is probably not the answer you're looking for, but the best way to do that would be email that over to support and then we'll get that taken care of for you. So it is a little bit tricky sometimes to get the file size down to under 2 megabytes. But we have a couple ways that we can kind of bypass that and kind of get it in the back door. So just go ahead and email support@easyagentpro.com. And I'll make a note of it here to communicate that with my team that you're going to be writing in about that. So that's great. I'm glad that you checked out the ebook and are going to be using that in some promotionary stuff. That's absolutely fantastic. And so we've added some CRM settings. If you guys aren't familiar with kind of some of the stuff that we've done here, so we've added the ability to upload more than one email signature, which is kind of cool. Like if you're writing out from different emails. The big benefit of that though is that you can have more than one email. So you can do more than one email. And what you can also do is you can set this up so that they are emailed and tagged appropriately. So, for example, if you have leads in one MLS area that you want to email from a certain MLS, and then leads in a different MLS area that you want to email from a different email address, you can basically set it up so that any lead that's tagged a certain way will get an email address, or I'm sorry, get an email from that specific address. So it's pretty straightforward in that way. Judy asks, can you run through how to create a landing page that a Facebook ad can direct to? Judy, great question. We actually just did a webinar on that yesterday. So on our YouTube channel, you are going to find a link to that in particular. So I would recommend just going to YouTube and searching EasyAgentPro. And then just yesterday on April 2nd, we basically set up a landing page and ran a Facebook ad to it as yesterday's webinar. So that one's still fresh and extremely relevant. So I would recommend checking that one out. Kevin says, I'm going to sign up with Karen Carr's coaching and fast track myself. I think that's a great idea. We are big fans of Karen Carr, and she has not only a lot of great stuff to say, for real estate agents in general, but she just has so many good marketing ideas that are a part of her platform and other stuff that she's doing. So I would recommend definitely doing that, Kevin. And if anybody else has questions about that, just go ahead and look up Karen Carr, C-A-R-R, 2 R's. She's an agent that's been with EasyAgentPro for a while. She does real estate coaching, and yes, she absolutely does a lot of, kind of really, really great, basic, just kind of stuff that's good, more or less, is kind of the best way to say it. So, she's a real estate coach. She's got a lot of really great things going on, and definitely recommend, checking out, her coaching programs, but also just, her web presence online. Thanks for pointing that out, Kevin. Okay, guys, well, that's going to about do it today. Thank you so much for joining us, and hope you're having a great week and end of your week so far. Be sure to join us next Tuesday for our webinar on drone work and how to weave that into some of your virtual tours. So we will talk to you then, and take care.